Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, where today we're going to be doing another Read in Your Comments episode. This is episode number 7, and as you know, at the moment we're doing the Zombie Chronicles maps in order. So at the moment we have done Kino Der Toten, we've done Verrucht, and we've done Shaolin Shuffle. So now we're on to Kino Der Toten. We're going to go straight into the first comment right here for Kino Der Toten, which is simply, I'm just hyped to play Kino Der Toten again. I think quite a lot of the community are, especially the people who are getting this map pack, quite a lot of the community are hyped for getting this map. Now, saying that, there are some comments in a minute that I'll read out which sort of say the opposite to what this person right here is saying, but yeah, there's a lot of the community that I've seen anyway that are actually super hyped to play this map, including myself as well. I never did get to a good round on Kino. Even though I've played it over 200 times, my highest round solo is 35. And to be honest, that's not a bad round to get to. I think Black Ops 3 definitely pushed the boundaries in terms of like what round people can get to. But don't forget that before Black Ops 3, like round 30 was actually a pretty good round to get to. I remember playing Shadows of Evil, and my first or second try ever, I got to like round 17 or 18. And I actually thought that was a pretty good round to get to. Then, like, after a while you play Black Ops 3 and you realise that 17 or 18 isn't that great of a round actually to get to. But on like Black Ops 1, 2 and World at War, like definitely getting to round 35 is an achievement to get. And honestly, on Kino, it's the 5th ever map that they ever made, so it's very basic, very bare bones. You have like Pack Punch and you have a few perks, and obviously you have the Thunder Gun as well. But if you don't get the Thunder Gun, this map is definitely very difficult to actually get a high round on. But obviously if you do get that Thunder Gun, you can just train around the theatre area and you're just all set to go. This map has the contrast of being really difficult, but also as soon as you get that gun, it can be one of the easiest maps ever in zombies. The least innovative map that introduced a brand new wonder weapon, a brand new type of zombie, a brand new trap, all while bringing back everything Deriza had. Kino is a little superior to Deriza in my opinion. Now this is quite interesting because he says it is the least innovative map that introduced like certain things, but at the same time it's not the least innovative map, because it did actually introduce, as he says here, like quite a few different things. Now granted, things like the Nova Crawlers aren't the best zombies to have and they are quite annoying. Keep in mind this was the 5th ever map that they ever created, and this was meant to be in World at War after Deriza, so this map was meant to actually be a World at War map anyway. You look at the maps on World at War and you see that they're actually quite basic as well. They've not really got that much to them. In comparison, Kino actually did quite well for itself. It was many people's first zombies experience, with an awesome Easter egg song too. So seeing it remastered would be cool to them. To me, it's really just bland and boring, and the Nova Crawlers are annoying. And to be honest, I exactly feel the same for this. The whole reason that people actually like this map, in my opinion, for the main part, probably 90% of players that actually love this map, is down to nostalgia, it's down to the memories they have with their friends back when they played it. Personally, I do have the nostalgia and I do have the memories and whatnot. At the same time, I just can't help but feeling like this map is very bland and boring. But at the same time, thinking that, like I just said about the whole fact that this is the 5th ever map they ever created ever in zombies, so it's sort of the whole thing of you can't expect too much from them at that point in the time. So considering it is a very classic map, and I can't really knock it down for being bland or boring for the fact that it is such an early on developed map. It was a great map for its time. It was creepy, easy to learn, and the Thunder Gun was a very cool weapon to get from the mystery box. It doesn't compare to maps nowadays, but I don't think it's fair to say that the map is overrated. And this is basically what I was trying to say a minute ago, but because it's a 6-year-old map, so you can't expect too much from them. And to be honest, that was a good thing, especially back then. You did not want, 6 years ago, a map like Zetsubou No Shima, where you have to do this, that and the other just to actually play the map. Realistically, in Zetsubou, for instance, you had to really build the Masamune to get anywhere good in the map if you wanted to get like a high round. To build the Masamune, as a lot of you know, it takes you quite a few rounds, like you probably won't get it before like round 15. And there are obviously a ton more stuff to do within that map alone. Whereas in Kino Der Toten, it was very simple, and therefore a lot of people actually managed to get into the map for the first time playing zombies, because it is a simple map. There are some of you out there right now probably watching this video who, for their very first map they ever played on zombies was Shadows of Evil, or one of the Black Ops 3 maps, because Black Ops 3 was where a lot of people actually joined into the community. And if Shadows of Evil was your very first zombies experience, then it is a very daunting map to play for sure. It is so much to do, and it's so like tedious, as well as the fact that it's just so hard to try and learn everything in once. Whereas if you go back and play like Kino Der Toten or Verrucht, Shaolin Shuffle, or even Kino Der Toten, like any of these early on maps, they're so much easier to get into, and they're so much easier just to understand zombies back then, and the whole reason of why you had to survive rather than just doing Easter eggs or whatnot. In my opinion, it's incredibly overrated. The Giant gets hate for being overly simple and getting boring after a while, and Kino is much worse. So I didn't actually realise the Giant gets that much hate from it, though to be honest I thought people by now would have understood that the Giant is the exact same as like the Rave in terms of gameplay. You know, there's not that much to do in terms of like actual Easter eggs and whatnot. You just sort of get your guns and stuff and you just sort of play, and it's, to me anyway, I like the Giant. I think it's quite a fun map, at least you can double pack a bunch and stuff and trying out different areas to train and whatnot. Now where I do think the map is overrated, I don't think it's actually incredibly overrated as quoted right here. I just feel like this map in general is just like a fun map to play, especially for a lot of people who are used to playing maps that are like filled with Easter eggs and tasks and whatnot. Going back to a map like this, it's just fun to play and relax and chill back, and knowing that by round 10 you can get basically everything done. You can get your pack-a-punch weapons, hopefully you can get your like thunder gun and whatnot by that round as well. And then afterwards you could just go ahead and train and get to whatever round you want, because a lot of players in Zombies do actually want to go for a high round. There are some people who just play for the gameplay aspect, and they're the people who don't like this map because they want to actually do something in the map. The map simply just does not offer enough for people like that. The map only really offers gameplay for people who want to get to a high round. And this episode's been quite short, but that's mainly because most of the comments are the exact same. You've got two types of comments, either people who love Kino or people who think that it's really overrated. So I'm going to end off this episode right here with somebody who replied back to one of those comments by saying it's really overrated, and he says, "Yeah, it is, but I don't care. It's one of my favourite maps because it was my first and I'll never forget the memories of playing it." And like I said a minute ago, this map offers a lot of nostalgia. It also offers a lot of memories for people who played it back when this map was first out. Back when they played Black Ops 1 for the very first time and they had 5 in Kino. 5 wasn't a particularly good map, and I don't think it was even popular back when it was first out. Kino was definitely the map to choose from, and because of which, again, loads of people just started playing Kino and it just sort of picked up. And even if it is a bland map, even if it is dull to people, even if it is overrated, underrated or whatever, there are a huge amount of the community who love this map for the nostalgia, for the memories that they had playing with their friends at the time when this map was first out. Like I say, you cannot expect too much from Kino. It is the 5th map they ever released in Zombies, and we have overall like 24 maps or something. So they obviously have gone, like, Zombies have evolved so much over the maps. You cannot expect that much from the 5th map. I mean, to be fair, by this point they've got Pack-a-Punch, they have like some really awesome weapons, and it's basically that. They have some really awesome traps as well with some different boss zombies. I guess at the time they didn't expect Zombies to be at the grand level that it is at now. But thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy this reading your comments episode, then go ahead and leave a like rating and comment down below. This was the 4th out of 8 maps in the Zombie Chronicles series, so I'll be doing 4 more episodes, which will be Ascension, Shangri, Moon and Origin, so look out for those as well in the next few days. And of course, if you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more Zombies content. I'll be live streaming Zombie Chronicles live when it's out on Tuesday the 16th, which is in like a few days from now, so I'm super excited for that. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to leave you right there. So thank you for watching this video, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace out.